Hi everyone, so I'm back with a great off-campus opportunity, and this one is with Fampay. So if you don't know by now, Fampay is hiring for software engineering interns right now. So this is a great opportunity for all of you people out there that are looking for an internship. So in this video, we'll be talking more about the role, we'll be talking about the eligibility, and I'm going to give you guys tips on how to get your resume shortlisted. So everything that you need for this is going to be within this video, so make sure to watch the complete video and then apply ASAP. The link to apply, the form to fill, as always, is going to be in the description box. And if you're someone who's having difficulty in off campus placements, if you're having issues in getting the interview calls, or you're having issues in clearing the interview, clearing the online assessment, or you're having trouble with preparation, you don't know how to master DSA and problem solving, you don't know how to master development, you don't know what kind of projects to make, or any other sort of issues you're having in your placement journey, then you can connect one to one with me. And I will personally sit with you, guide you, mentor you, and tell you exactly what you need to do, how you need to prepare, so that you're able to crack your dream company. So you can connect one to one with me. The link for that is going to be in the description box. All right, coming back to this opportunity, like I said, Fampay is hiring for a software engineering intern position. And if we go into the specifics of the role, then this is going to be a full stack engineering intern. Okay. And this is going to be on site. It's not remote because that's the first thing people ask about internship. So this is going to be on site. They have an office in Bangalore, the FAM headquarters. So you're going to have to come there for the internship basically. Okay. So please note that this is not going to be remote, this is going to be on site. And Fampay is a great company to work at. It's one of the best companies. They have a very competitive stipend. They have some amazing perks. So definitely this is something that all of you guys should give a try for. Now, before we go further into the role and all, let's talk about the eligibility. So the eligibility here is again not very clearly mentioned because they've just asked in the form like, are you currently in your bachelor's degree? Are you currently in college? And if you are, then which year? So they've just asked that in the form. They've not explicitly mentioned that this year can apply, this year cannot apply, and whether recent grads can apply or not. They haven't clearly mentioned anything. They've just said that you need to have a bachelor's degree, and in the form they've asked you a simple question: ki which year are you in currently, or whether you've graduated or not. So my assumption will be if you're a 25 grad, 26 grad, or even a 27 grad, and you're able to give the commitment for an on-site internship, definitely you can apply for this. See, the most important thing is skills. If you have the skills, then the eligibility criteria, even though of course it matters, but it doesn't matter as much as skills. Because I can tell you numerous examples of people who did not fit into the eligibility criteria, but they cracked the interviews, they got the role. Why? Because they had the skills. So you cannot take eligibility criteria always at face value. It's not black and white. It's always sort of like a gray area. Okay, but of course you have to fill the form with honesty. That's the main thing, right? You should not be lying about one thing. So in the form itself, they've asked, ki, are you in college? Which year are you in? Etc. Etc. So my assumption will be 25, 26, 27 because that is generally what I have seen in the previous times that Fampay has been hiring. But again, this is something that has to be taken with a grain of salt. Okay, so that is with the eligibility. Of course, you'll find all the details in the form as well. The form, of course, is in the description box. Okay, so that is pretty much about the eligibility. If we talk more about the role, I already mentioned they have clearly said it's a full stack engineering intern role, but they haven't clearly mentioned the tech stacks. They haven't gone into that we need this tech stack, we need that tech stack. They've just mentioned something basic like having proficiency in a backend language like Python and Go, and having proficiency in mobile dev like Flutter or Kotlin. That is what they have mentioned, right? But of course, it's a good company. It's one of the high-paying company, and usually when we have a high-paying company, they do not put right off the bat that we need this list of frameworks or we need this list of tech stack, right? It's more dependent on just the general skills you have, and of course it's an internship, so they can give you a particular tech stack to work on once you get selected. Okay, the most important thing is that your resume should come off strong. You should show that you are good in problem solving, you're good in development, whatever you've worked on, right? Of course, if you worked on full stack, that is going to help you. Now, speaking more on that, right, like I already said, I'll help you with resume shortlisting. Speaking more on that, how do you get your resume shortlisted? See, you have to first understand what does the company care for, because every company cares for a different thing. If you have a startup, early stage startup, they might care for a different thing. If you have a big tech company, they might care for a different thing. If you have a FANG company, they might care for a different thing. Every company is different. No two balls are the same. That's the thing you have to keep in mind here. Now, Fampay, of course, will care about your problem solving skills. In fact, they've asked for your lead code in the form itself. They have asked for your lead code, so of course, they are taking care of your problem solving skills. Apart from that, they care about your development. Now, in development, you need to showcase them that you have hands on experience. If you have an internship experience, that is the best. It will give you a good edge. But if you don't have an internship experience, then of course you can still showcase hands-on experience if you have any open source experience, if you have any hackathon experience, or on the basis of the projects you have. See, if you're a fresher, if you're a college student, the most important part of your resume is the project section. And they even have a section in the form, right, for you to explain about your projects, like what projects you've made that you're proud of. See, that is the main thing. That is the place where you have to make yourself stand out. See, of course, the quality of the project matters. You need to have a high quality project. You need to make a full stack project which has a proper front end, proper back end, proper REST APIs, proper database management, AI integration if possible, and you need to deploy a project. That is fine. But how you explain it in the resume, how you explain it in the form, that is the most important thing. I see a lot of people, they have a great project, but their explanation of it, their description of it is just not up to par. It just sucks, so to speak, right? So you need to make sure that your description of the project looks good. If the description is not good, no matter how good the project is, of course, it's gonna look bad. One thing you can do is you can deploy your project so that the person will just take out 2 seconds, go to the deployed project link, and then check it out. Even apart from that, that is good. You should absolutely do that if you can. But even apart from that, the description matters. You need to showcase multiple things in the description. You need to make your description technical. You need to showcase what you did, what component did you work on, what you did it with, what tech stack did you use, what technologies did you use, and what was the impact. Like what impact did it create, what was it able to achieve. So you have to mention all of these things in the description. If you just say something basic, right, basic like, oh, I created a full stack platform, or I created a full stack development platform using MERN stack, that is not going to work. You have to go into the specifics and explain, okay, what were you able to achieve in the project. And of course, if your project has a unique, you know, feature, if it's a unique thing, then of course that is something that is going to help you a lot in your case. Okay. So focus on filling the form very carefully. Focus on filling everything in a way that showcases your, skills, showcases the work you've done in the right manner or in a good light. That's what matters. Okay. So again, the form to fill is in the description box, and try to fill it as soon as possible. We don't know how long it's going to stay open. And if we talk more about the resume, of course, the thing I just mentioned, put it in the content of your resume as well. Just follow it in your resume as well. And apart from that, make sure it has a good ATS score. Make sure it has a good ATS friendly resume template. These things are going to matter. Okay, so do all of these things and then apply. You're gonna have a great chance of getting shortlisted. Okay, and I'm gonna bring you guys a lot more internship and full-time opportunities for everyone, for 25 grad, 24 grad, 26 grad, 27 grad, and in the future for 28 grads as well. So if you're someone looking for a job in the software industry, make sure that you're subscribed, keep grinding, keep applying, and see you guys in the next video.